The city of Detroit it's a beautiful combination of things that come all together. A lot of that early innovation that came with using a vehicle happened here in Detroit, happened here in Michigan. The stop sign, three-colored traffic signal. And right now we're going through that shift in what we think of in terms of moving around. And we have that new need, the new vision for how we want our future to be. We have a lot of challenges that we're working on. Some of those challenges are manageable. Some of them are within our reach. We're working on improving them. And others need more in-depth analysis and investigation. We don't want to be just implementers of other people's technologies, other people's developments. We want to make sure that we're customizing the solutions that we're bringing into the city of Detroit so that they're serving the population of Detroit. One of our biggest problems here at the city of Detroit is speeding. Distracted driving and speeding could cause a lot of crashes, and we saw that shift during COVID. In one particular instance during the summer of 2020, we noticed a doubling of serious injury and fatal crashes on the city streets. And that particular fact hurt me personally, and I was like, what is it that we can do about this? We cannot make decisions without the right data. So we've invested into making sure that we build that infrastructure, and we are building it in a very data-driven, but also a clever way. We already had that foundation that we had already kind of built up with our Miovision system that kind of spreads out as a network within the city of Detroit. We have remote access to those intersections. We know what's going on. Then we have another layer that's coming from our sensors that are telling us count, classification, and some very important safety information about red light running and pedestrian compliance. So once that foundation was there, what do we do with it next? Whether it's design, infrastructure improvements, traffic signal timing, potentially technology application that can detect pedestrians that are crossing, extend walking time, etc. But also we wanted to see some of the real-time solutions. So some of it is reactive and some of it is proactive. One thing that we've very much been trying to work on, and we've had a few very meaningful successes, is priority and preemption. Traffic signal priority and emergency vehicle preemption has been piloted and deployed in the city of Detroit, and we intend to continue to do that because we want to be able to provide our emergency vehicles with the ability to move within those networks quickly and safely. We want to make sure that the services that are there to help protect us are available to all Detroiters, whichever part you live in. Sometimes some of the most underserved groups within our community tend to pay the biggest price for some of the necessities of our everyday life. Our cities have been built in a way where reliance on cars is very high, and for someone to be able to shift into other modes gets a little bit more difficult. So the Office of Mobility Innovation is focusing on diversifying the portfolio of mobility. The city of Detroit is one of the first cities in the United States that is working on deploying a self-driving shuttle that will be operating on the streets of Detroit for an extended period of time. That shuttle was planned to serve some of the most underserved groups within our society. We want to make sure that our residents, our visitors, everyone can move around Detroit in a safe fashion. So whether you are using a vehicle, a bus, a scooter, as a pedestrian, or rolling in your wheelchair, we want to ensure that the infrastructure is being designed for you. Recently, we worked very hard and we won a multi-million-dollar grant from the federal government under the SS4A. The Department of Public Works have been working very hard at ensuring that we planned for that very well and we're spending it very well to be able to improve safety, especially for our non-motorized users all over the city of Detroit. It's very important that we're always looking towards the future, and we can only do that by having a very sustainable ecosystem that we live in. The idea of dreaming big and dreaming effectively, efficiently, and equitably is at the forefront of what we do on a daily basis, and we want to ensure that we're doing it for our residents, for our city, and for the sustainability of our city. Well, welcome to Detroit.